Here's a story about a Pesach Seder that turned grown men into farmyard animals. It's almost impossible to imagine a Pesach Seder without community. There's the person asking the question, the person answering the question, there's the grandpa who's sleeping in the corner, but no matter what it is, you have to be surrounded by other people to get the real sense of Pesach. I remember many years ago, when my wife and I were first married and young and a little bit foolish, we decided we're going to go to the end of the earth to host a Pesach Seder in a tiny little town in South Africa called Klerksdorp. Now in Klerksdorp during the year, they didn't even have enough men to form a minyan. But this time, because of Pesach, with enough family coming in, they had about 50 or 60 people, and it was really so lively and beautiful in such a warm, wonderful environment. That night, we had a communal Pesach Seder. We got everyone together, and it really felt like a very warm and close-knit community. The highlight of that night, by far, was at the end of the Seder, when we started to sing Chad Gad Yah. And my wife got up before we began singing and told everyone that the custom is that we have to appoint a person for each sound effect so that they can be the voice of the goat, meh, and the cow, moo, right? And in order to do that, we called on young children and old people alike. Now, we were a little bit hesitant. Were people going to be part of this fun exercise? It turned out that everyone was willing to publicly embarrass themselves in front of the whole community because they got into such an emotional, positive state that now you had people screaming out dogs' names, cats' voices, and everyone was laughing and cracking up, and it was just an incredible feeling of unbelievable unity. There's something amazing that happens when we give ourselves over to a community. We're no longer self-conscious. We no longer are thinking, what's in it only for me? We now want to create the smiles on the faces of the next generation. We want to be greater givers because we see how much of an impact our actions can have. This Pesach, take a look around the Seder table and remind yourself that you're not just a lone individual in the world. You're part of a greater family, a community, a tribe, a nation that needs you. Hopefully, if you can identify and see yourself as part of that community, then you'll realize how truly, amazingly indispensable your actions will be. Be great, be a giver, and give yourself over to a community. Chag Sameach.